Hey, welcome back everyone. I am Matt Larson, and this video is going to be very short and to the point. Basically, there's been a lot of buzz now the past day because Ron Paul gave his farewell speech to Congress. It was about a 48-minute speech, and it was fantastic. He touched on many different things from the Constitution, like he always does, to raw milk. I mean, Ron Paul is just a plethora of information in that man, and honestly, I wouldn't be here doing this right now if it wasn't for this person right here, for Ron Paul. I know that he is only a person, but he was probably one of the most influential people in the liberty movement in my time so far. I'm only 24 years old, and Ron Paul was the reason why I got into making these kind of videos and talking to you people, because honestly, I felt alone right away. I mean, before I knew about Ron Paul, I didn't really know that many other liberty-minded people, but Ron Paul was such a great uniter. He brought us all together, whether you were a libertarian or a Democrat or a Republican or just any side of the aisle. As long as you were a freedom lover, Ron Paul brought you together. That message that Ron Paul carried. Ron Paul is the champion of the Constitution, and he's said it himself. I mean, probably one of my favorite parts of a debates is when he introduced himself as, "Hey, my name is Congressman Ron Paul. I'm from the 14th District or something like that of Texas. I'm the champion of the Constitution and liberty," and he's not afraid to actually say that. Ron Paul has said the things that so many people have been thinking for so many years. For the past 30 plus years, Ron Paul has had the exact same message. And that's what I believe makes Ron Paul such a special person. I believe he was one of our last true statesmen. And when he's done in the next 2 weeks, I believe that there will be a huge hole in the Congress that will be very hard to fill. Now, I know there are other representatives that we have, like Rand Paul, his son, Justin Amash, that are very great defenders of liberty and freedom, but it's hard to fill 30 years worth of experience that Ron Paul is now leaving. He has very big shoes to fill, but I hope and I know out there are some people like Ron Paul that are just very similar in their message and their belief systems, and you need to be that person and run for Congress, run for House, run for your local city council, run for your state council or for your state rep, anything you can do to get out there and make an impact like Ron Paul did. Because I guarantee you, how Ron Paul started out, he had no idea he would have this big of an impact on the nation as he had. It's not even just on the nation, on the whole world. Freedom is universal and everybody wants it. I've seen so many comments on my videos talk about how if you don't want Ron Paul, send him to Australia, send him over to Afghanistan, Iran. We want Ron Paul there. Everyone is dying to have a Ron Paul represent them. And I just don't think that people understand how fortunate we have been to have such a great congressman who not just represents Texas, but represents the whole group of Americans that love freedom and liberty in the Constitution. And I think we all deserve, or Ron Paul deserves, our deepest just gratitude, our biggest thanks possible. So Ron Paul, if you ever do see this, which I doubt it, thank you for all you've done. Thank you for your 30 plus years of service to the American people and to the world to try to stop us from reaching the fiscal cliff that I believe we've gone over and over when we keep extending the debt limit out and out and out and more and more and more and just keep increasing it. Thank you for teaching people about the Constitution, waking us up to the unconstitutional wars that have been going on since World War II, being that was one of the last wars declared. Thank you for teaching us about the gold standard, about how printing money and just creating a fiat currency is not good. Thank you for being you, Ron Paul. Thank you for teaching us everything that you have and to opening our minds to future lessons that we will need to learn if we ever want to survive and keep the Constitution alive. So the main thing that I want to talk about in this video, thank you, Ron Paul. I'm Matt Larson. Go Ron Paul. Peace.